Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a Miniverse Make It Mini Harry Potter Back to School Edition. And if you remember anything about Harry Potter, you cannot graduate unless you go through herbology class. So today, as you see in the background, we had mastered it once before, the Mama Mandrake. But today we are going to be dealing with, they're a little more screechy as normal, but baby mandrakes. Look at those two cuties. So let's get started and see what this entails. All right, so it's going to want us to basically take our mandrakes out of the bag and plant them up. Well, that's pretty straightforward, but I will show you what I normally like to do to keep the mandrake in place and so that it won't move at all. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all, it comes with this little table here, which is very cute. It looks wooden. Comes with a little trowel, and it says a planter set here. So I'm assuming set usually means two, pair, set. Let's see what we got here. Open them up. They look like a little terracotta pot, so let's move that to the side here. And we have a medium, my God, and a tiny little baby one. Look at that, that is adorable. All right, we have potting mix here, which is our mandrake potting mix. You need a special magic potting mix if you want to plant mandrakes. They don't just grow in normal soil, just letting you know. All right. And then today we have herbology, which this is cool because it's back to school edition. But look at these. Look at the detail on these things. This is a pair of earmuffs that you would normally wear. They are nice and flocked. They feel nice and good. You would normally wear them so that when you're pulling a mandrake, because they scream so ear-piercingly loud, you do not want to mess with them. So we will keep those in there for now. Put those back there. I'll keep the box down there. And then we have it here. They are our little mandrake baby starters here. So we have medium baby. Look how cute that is. And then we have a little small baby, which if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, which I have not, LOL, it looks like Groot kind of. Look at that. All right, and then the rest of it in there, they usually just have a little bit of like nesting material, so I'm going to set that to the side. We don't need it. All right, so we're going to plant both of these in their planters. I'm very excited about this, so then they can join their mother in the background back there. She's been waiting a very long time for them to come out with her babies. Hey, it's Miniverse. Don't talk to me about it. All right, so what we're going to do is open up our planter mix here. And as I just said, we need a special potting mix for magic plants. So you're going to have to get a mandrake potting mix. You might have to go to Ollivander's. Nope, not Ollivander. Sorry, he's a wand seller. But you might have to go to Diagon Alley is what I was trying to say. All right, we're going to have to cut off some of the lettering. Excellent. We have it open now. Come on. I try to cut just a little bit open as I can. Well, I guess we're going to have to rip it anyway. Okay, so let me just cut it, make our lives easier. And the bowl that I normally use is being in use, so let me grab another one real quick. Okay, so we're going to use one of these little Make It Mini from scratch bowls. And what I'm going to do is pour out all the soil. I don't know how much we're going to need. And I always say, as you can see, it is kind of a kinetic sand. It's like a sandy soil mix. So what I like to do is kind of break it up a bit. Okay, so what we're going to do, take a tiny bit, like when I say tiny, I mean like this tiny, as you see the bottom there. So we're going to push it in the bottom, make sure that we get it all sealed up, just a little bit in each first so that we can cap the holes in the bottom. Those are drain holes, when you water your plants. Okay, there. So basically what we're going to do now is plop these babies in, and I'm going to have them poking out like this as their mother's is. They just sit in there, but basically their arms are going to be popping out. And what we'll do now is add a little bit of soil in each of them. Okay, so let's start with this baby here. So what I'm going to do is just squish, do it right over your bowl. Basically take your trowel. I'm going to squish it in there. And honestly, I like to just push it in really firmly. Okay, so then we're going to push this baby forward. You push it forward, and we're going to grab a little bit more soil in here. Whatever we don't use, don't worry, we'll put right back in the bag. As you can see, it's a little slippery. Okay, So push this back in here, and it's best to use the little trowel here because you can kind of shove it in there. We want enough so that it looks like it is planted, but you know, not overcrowded. So I will show you what we need in a minute. This mandrake looks like it's drowning forward. Okay, so let me move it backwards real quick. So just firmly press it backwards. Firmly press. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little, actually, you know what? Take the little bit scoop off the back here that is not level, and we're gonna shove it right in his face here. Sorry, baby mandrake. And as you want to push him backwards in there, shove that dirt right in front of him. Use your trowel if you need to. Sorry, mandrake. And don't worry, of course, they're plants, so they eat dirt, so it's not like he doesn't like it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just shove it down in the planter as best I can there. And that's looking pretty good to me. Where is a toothpick? One moment. Okay, so we're going to go in with a toothpick here, and I'm just going to press down extra, get it in the places that we need. Oh my gosh, I have super strength. I just broke that toothpick. I was pushing way too hard. Okay, so basically you just want the soil to be around the mandrake, you know, like the other one there, like its mother. This looks like baby Gru. I can't not say. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do for that one there. And then we're gonna get this cat hair off of this one. And we're gonna do the same thing for this one over here. And then after, I will show you what I like to do, add some matte resin into the soil so that once it holds it in place, but two, it also looks like it is nice and like you just watered it, but not overwatered it. All right, so baby mandrake 2. And that's why I like to have a separate bowl here because sometimes I don't know how much soil you're gonna need or use. So just keep pressing it down. And I know not some people don't really know about gardening. If you don't know about gardening, you know what, that's completely fine. But I do a little bit of gardening. So we're going to push this down. And you want the soil to be level with the pot there. And then we're going to push this mandrake forward. Push him forward, but get this scissors down in there. Push him in there and push him forward. Stay down in there, baby. Little baby mandrake. Okay, so we're going to take some extra soil. The soil doesn't have resin in it from what I know. So we can touch it with our hands. And what I like to do, basically like you're planting something else, you just, or anything else, you would shove the soil down in there. This looks a little unhappy. So push him backwards and push the front soil down a little more as well, just so he is still visible. And I'll use this little toothpick that I had as well before. Just keep pushing it down, get around his hands. All right, not bad. Okay. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna move this soil out of the way. I will put it back in the bag later. And what I like to do to keep them in place, just my opinion, or my opinion, but also my preference is what I meant to say, is I'd like to take these. We're gonna squish them down again just in case. Okay, and we like to take our resin here. I use a clear resin. I just kind of discovered it. I've discovered matte resin, but I just discovered mixing matte with a clear resin. And I like to drip it right on top of the soil here and just move it around. And you let it absorb into the soil as much as it needs. And once it dries, while these are setting in, I will show you Mother Mandrake. So it's best to use a toothpick, I think. It's a little more controllable. And as you see, I'm moving it where I need it to be. It's getting a little on their face and stuff, but I'm going to wash that off. But this, to me, is just the best option because it keeps them in place. If they fall over, they're not going to fall out of their container at all. So put that, actually, before I put up there, put up down there so that he is, you just give it a little bit to let it seep in. And the toothpicks works the best, honestly, because it is a little point so that it kind of guides the drop where to go. Like, watch this. So if I put the drop right in there, it lets me guide it in there. And it's a kinetic sand, as I always say. I don't really know. It's not, I mean, it's a sand gravel mixture with something. So this likes to absorb into the sand and it will keep the mandrake in place, but it won't make it look glossy like you just watered it. Basically, it'll make it look like it's regular soil, but it will keep it in place. And yes, I know if you've seen all my videos, this is very repetitive, but I'm gonna say it till till the world ends, basically till the end of the world. I want people to know me as, getting this technique down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is pause the video, let them saturate into the soil just a little bit. You're gonna give that a full cure in your light, and then we'll come back and basically that will be finished. But before we do that, I will show you the mother in the background here. So we have baby, we have middle, and then we have mommy. And this one came with some pebbles to keep, I think, viruses out. But as you see, the soil here it's stuck in there because I matte top coated it and it's not going anywhere. And as you see, this mandrake's not moving at all. So that's kind of what's going to happen with the other one. So it'll stay in place. We don't have to worry about it flying around anywhere. So I'm going to cure these up real quick in the light and we'll come back and do the finishing looks. Okay, so I cured those both up in the light and as you can see, they are nice and secure. And as you see, they don't, they look, you can see a little gloss here and there, but nothing too dramatic. And they're not going to pull out of the soil at all, which is what I want. And let's take mama back out here and reunite the mama with the babies here. Oh my gosh, so cute. Thank you guys so much for watching this mandrake and video. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I really appreciate all the views, the comments. I appreciate every single one of you. Really do. I honestly just started this channel because it was fun. I didn't really think I wasn't, I was hoping something of it, but I wasn't expecting anything of it, You go in with low expectations, but I really appreciate everybody's support and everything. So I will see you in the next video. Love you guys.